Okay. Um, so, good morning, everyone. Warm welcome to our Honorable Director, Professor Dr. Satish Ubare, our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Poonam Vatharkar, and the faculty and students of Matrix. So, dear students, Matrix is committed to enhancing the management competencies of MBA graduates by expanding their knowledge with the latest developments in the field of management. In line with this vision, our Honorable Director, Professor Dr. Satish Ubare, has initiated the Fourth Dimension lecture series. So these lectures invites distinguished experts from diverse academic and industry background to share their valuable experiences, helping students enhance their knowledge and employability skills. Today, we are honored to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Poonam Vatharkar, is a distinguished academician and certified behavioral trainer with over 12 years of academic experience and 2 years in industry. Currently serving as a faculty member at MES Institute of Management Career Courses, Pune, and a recognized PhD guide under Savitribai Phule Pune University. Dr. Vatharkar specializes in organizational behavior, human resource management, research methodology, leadership, work-life interface, overload, and employee well-being. Ma'am has published 23 research papers, including those in Scopus, ABDC, and UGC Care journals, and has received national awards for research excellence at the Indian Academy of Management and British Academy of Management. She has experience as a reviewer for a reputed journal. She also served as a conference chair, keynote speaker, and judge at academic forums. She also conducts employability training program, psychometric assessment, faculty development initiatives, and has trained Maharashtra Police and State Reserve Police Force personnel. So she renowned for her commitment to student development, academic excellence, and quality initiative. She has earned a reputation as a value mentor and academic leader. So please join me in warmly welcome to Dr. Poonam Vatharkar. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Should we start the session now?
Yeah, ma'am. Before handing over to ma'am, I request all students to turn on their cameras as we will be taking a group photograph.
Hello, everyone. So good to see you.
Rohit sir.
Done, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Rohit sir. So once again, a warm welcome to Dr. Poonam Vatharkar. Over to you, ma'am, for the session.
Sir, should I share the slides, my
Yes, ma'am.
presentation?
Yes.
Okay. Just let me know if it is visible.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Yeah. Okay. So good morning, everyone. Before we begin the session, let me take a moment to express my gratitude to Professor Dr. Satish Ubare, Director, Matrix School of Management Studies, for inviting me here today to be a part of this initiative and giving me an opportunity to interact with you all. A special thank to Dr. Anand Padare and Professor Aniket Giri for the kind invitation and coordinating this session so effectively. I'm delighted to be here and today, and I am so excited to share my thoughts on emotional intelligence today. So let's start with the session. It will be kind of the interactive session. Though we are online, let us try and interact through the chat windows because this is a new normal. And so far we have accustomed with this kind of interaction. So today we are going to talk about emotional intelligence, a smart way to manage self and others. And why EI? Yesterday, when I was thinking about what would be the perfect topic to share with you all today, because you are MBA first and second year students, and I teach organizational behavior, as Sir has rightly mentioned, and I also deal with students like you every single day. And when I ask students to do any activity, write anything without the use of AI, they feel as if I am taking their oxygen away. So we can't think our lives in daily life without the AI. So if we are the generation of AI, and I'm not saying let us delete AI from our lives, but we cannot forget that equal to AI, EI, the emotional intelligence, is equally important in today's world. AI can upgrade, but EI is not replaceable. It is something that every human being has, and if used correctly, it can give you the edge over everybody else in your careers. And that is the reason why this topic. I'm changing the slide. Is it visible? The next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So today's agenda is we will have the introduction to emotional intelligence. What is it all about? What are the 5 components of EI that we need in our professional and personal life daily? We will also have some really interesting activity. We will test your EI, and I will certainly share the results with all of you, and how to increase the EI if we want to be successful in our personal as well as our professional careers. So this will be the agenda we are talking about for say next 15 minutes or so. So these are the points we'll be covering today. Okay. And anytime if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. I will keep my chat window on, or you can ask me that you are writing something in the chat window. Okay. So let's start from by the end of this session, what is expected? Let me just adjust this. Okay. So by the end of this session, you will be able to understand the concept of and importance of emotional intelligence in your personal life and your professional life. See, as they say, that no artificial intelligence can ever replace the emotional intelligence. Machines are here to help us, not to replace us. How much ever advanced technologies we use, they can never ever replace the kind of feelings that we have, because no machine can ever generate the feelings of their own. The emotions are very much human, and so we can use our emotions for our own advantage. And how to do that, we'll try to understand. Identify and reflect the 5 components of EI. What are the 5 important elements of EI that we will see? And as I said, I have developed a instrument of measuring the emotional intelligence. You will be able to understand on which areas you are good, average, or still below average as far as EI is concerned, so that you can improve your EI while you are still in MBA. And when you enter the corporate world fully, you can leverage on that, right? So let's try to understand what is emotional intelligence first. We will not go very theoretical, but just for everyone to be on the same platform. Trust me, when I was putting theory into this, I was very, very hesitant because I'm a trainer. Though I'm a faculty now for 7 long years, I had been working with Maharashtra Police and State Reserve Police Force as a behavioral trainer. So I know that more than a theory, if you know the theory, the practice works better. But still, it is a very much online session. Let's try to understand basically what is EI. So EI is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions and those of others. So what do I do in EI? I try to understand what are my emotions currently, what are other person's emotion, then recognize, acknowledge, fine, if at all at any given point of the time, I'm disappointed, I feel angry, I feel frustrated, I recognize that, I analyze that, I acknowledge that fine, at this moment, maybe I'm very nervous. And then I try to manage the emotions in myself first, and then I do the same thing to others. I try to understand their emotions, I acknowledge their emotions, and I try to manage their emotions. And why do we do that? So that we can maintain good interpersonal relationships, right? Now, moving ahead with the one of the important finding, that why should we consider EI, and why is it one of the important dimension that MBA students should know. Is it really that important? Because we are living in the era wherein, a couple of days back, I got to know that ChatGPT subscription will be free in India for a year or so. So we are so much into the advanced technology that is very much affordable. But then, can we really replace the human emotions? Can we really replace the importance of the feelings in human life? And when I was reading about that, I got to know that according to the World Economic Forum survey that was recently conducted, emotional intelligence is ranked as one of the top 10 most important workforce skill. If you want to join a corporate tomorrow, a person with emotional intelligence or high emotional intelligence is considered to be an asset. So if I am joining corporate tomorrow, should I be well versed with the technology? Should I be well versed and competent with artificial intelligence? Yes. But should I have the high ranking on my emotional intelligence? Yes, it is equally important. So you have to, that is this image depicts, you have to take your brain and your heart together. You can't say that only brain is important, or you can't say only heart is important. Artificial intelligence, we have to be convergent with it, we have to be competent and comfortable with it, but you cannot replace the emotional intelligence. You have to cultivate your emotional intelligence as well if you want to be successful in today's corporate world. That is the reason why we are discussing the emotional intelligence today. Fine. EQ, when we say EQ, we are talking about emotional quotient. So let us discuss the 5 components of EI. Okay, so what are the 5 components of EI? We are discussing 5 components means if I want to check where is my emotional intelligence, to what level, these are the 5 elements I need to check. Where do I stand on each of these elements? And this model of emotional intelligence is given by Daniel Goleman. Rather, Daniel Goleman has a book called as Emotional Intelligence. I know many of you must be aware, or some of you must have read the book. This is called as Emotional Intelligence book. But again, it is a little heavy book to comprehend. So I tried to put it in a very easy words for you to understand what are the different components and how will you use the components so that you can be a better asset for the company. You can be more successful wherever you go. So what are these 5 components? These components are empathy, social skills, self-awareness, self-regulation, and motivation. We will see each of these components, and then we will try and test your emotional quotient. Fine. Okay. So let's start with self-awareness. So when I say self-awareness, why is it important? Because if you people, the first year MBA people, you will be understanding the 4 quadrants of the Johari window, and MBA second year students, you might have studied it in the first year, that our personality is divided into 4 quadrants, and each one of us, including Donald Trump, rather if you talk about Donald Trump, it is very much visible nowadays, right from Donald Trump to any fruit vendor by the street side, every one of us has some part that we are of our personality that we are aware about, and some part of our personality that we are not aware about. Others are aware about it. They know that these are our limitations or our strengths, but we are not aware. And emotional intelligence says that the person who is aware about oneself has a very high chance of getting success. So what is self-awareness? Knowing, as Aristotle has rightly said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all the wisdom. So our entire effort is to understand others and to change others. So everybody of us feel that if my boss changes, my life will be better. If my teachers are more understanding, my life will be better. If my parents are more supporting, my life will be better. If I have better friends, my life will be better. So we are constantly thinking of changing others. And none of us are thinking about changing ourselves or understanding ourselves. But emotional intelligence start with understanding yourself, understanding your own feelings. So by definition, it is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, moods, and drives, and their effect on others. what am I feeling at the current moment? What will be my action because of my current mood or my current emotion? And what will be the impact of that action on somebody else? That is self awareness. I am feeling frustrated. I behave in a particular fashion with someone else. And if I behave because I feel कि I had that mood, मेरा मूड नहीं था तो मैंने बोल दिया, but it will have an impact on the other person. So once you understand what is my mood and what is my behavior because of my mood, it will be easy for you to manage that mood. So fundamentally, it is the ability to recognize and understand your feeling at any given point. So it is this emotional self-awareness, recognizing feelings as they occur. For example, there's a meeting going on and my boss says something to me that I found was insulting, and I feel hurt, I feel humiliated, I feel frustrated. Am I aware at that very moment that it may not be my fault, but because somebody else is instigating that feeling in me? So it is not, and because of that meeting, I feel frustrated the entire day, and the next day, and the entire week, or maybe weeks together. I feel frustrated. Why? Because of one sentence said by somebody, intentionally or unintentionally, that that person is not aware about, but it is spoiling my entire day, week, month, and it is affecting my family. So am I aware about that? That why is my emotion getting affected? Accurate self-assessment. Now somebody comes and says, hey, you are bad at this. You are not a good speaker. You are not confident enough. You should dress well. Your communication is bad. Do I have the capacity of the self-assessment? Can I assess myself accurately? That maybe the person's feedback is right, but maybe certain part of that feedback is manipulated and I should not be taking that. Can we make the bifurcation? That how much ever people say good about you or bad about you, can you yourself understand that these are my limitation and these are my strong points? How much ever you say anything about me, people say you look beautiful, and do you really agree that you look beautiful only because somebody else is saying? Somebody else is coming and telling you that this dress is not good and your entire mood gets spoiled. Really, do you have the ability to understand, judge yourself with your own lenses without thinking what other people think of you? And that is so very important, right? And last is self-confidence, the strong sense of one's capability and your worth. Whatever people say about me, am I aware of who I am? Or is it that if somebody comes to me and say, ma'am, you are so amazing, I love your sessions, or somebody, my friends come to me and they say, Ki, you are such a good friend, your communication is so good, you are trustworthy, you look beautiful. And I feel, oh my God, here I am, I have arrived, I'm so amazing. And if somebody says something bad about me, somebody forgets my birthday, and I feel that I'm worthless. Do I have the capacity to understand what are my strengths and what are my limitations? That is self-awareness. Now, talking about the self-awareness, this is an example. And this is an example I have given only by considering you people only. For example, MBA life is all about presentation, and you notice that you are feeling anxious before making any presentation. You acknowledge it. Okay, now there's a presentation at 1 o'clock in the lecture, and just before 10 minutes before the presentation, I'm feeling so nervous. I feel that I am forgetting everything. I don't even remember my name. I won't be able to speak anything. You are so anxious. And instead of denying or overreacting, you are aware about it. You use that awareness to prepare better and perform better the next time in the presentation. You accept that I'm a human being. Yes, maybe I was less prepared. Maybe I was less confident. So this time this happened. I am very afraid. I feel that I will faint down in front of the entire class. But next time I'll be better prepared. I will not be so anxious and I will perform better. Better not than anyone else, but better than my own self. Now, this is the real self-awareness. And this is a self-reflection activity. Just keep it for yourself, okay? Recall the last time you feel frustrated in a team project. What triggered it? How did you respond? Or you can consider second year students can think about this very easily, because I know they all are for summer internship projects and they have to work with a lot of people in the corporate, in the institute, and even first year student. Whenever you are working in a group, is everybody working as per your own thinking? No, they have thoughts of their own. And sometimes you get so annoyed, so irritated with their way of thinking or their way of behavior, and it is a group project. When was the last time that somebody else did something and you feel frustrated? Try to reflect on this. How did you react? Did the person understand that you are getting irritated? And did the person do the same thing again just to make you feel irritated? Always remember, when your emotions are controlled by other people, you are giving a key to operate yourself to someone else. Now, my colleague has got to know that if I do this thing, Poonam ma'am will be hurt. Poonam ma'am will get angry. Poonam ma'am will feel anxious. So next time he or she will do the same thing intentionally. Because now I have handed over them the key to operate me. So when was the last time it happened? And what did you do? Please try to reflect on that. So are we all on the same page? Can you type in the chat window? If we all are on the same page, I can see your chat, I guess. Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Fine. Now, going ahead. The second is self-regulation. Now I understood that this is the way I am feeling right now. What do I do next? I am so angry with somebody who has humiliated me, taken my credit of my work, and I feel like punching the person. I feel like slapping the person. I feel like hitting the person. Do I do that? Do I do that at the home? Do I do that in the office? Should I be doing that? No. What do? I control. I understand that Poonam is very angry, frustrated, feel like punching the other person, but Poonam doesn't do that. This is called a self-regulation. You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust yourself. I cannot control what is happening around me, but I can certainly control what will be my reaction to it. For example, I asked people, I'm sitting in one of the cabins in my institution, and I asked people that I'll be there in the session for an hour, so please do not disturb me. There can be a possibility that somebody will come and disturb the session. Maybe intentionally, maybe unintentionally. Now, I have no control over that. But do I have a control over how I will react? If I will react furiously to the other person, it will impact my performance in the session. So self-regulation is whatever happens around me, it will not affect me as a person. So in the definition, the ability to control and redirect the disruptive emotions and impulses and think before you react. In Marathi, I guess most of you people, many of you rather, not most, many of you understand Marathi. So there's a psychiatrist, Dr. Anand Nadkarni, and he writes really well. Okay, I will pass on the list to Aniket sir or Anand sir. The name of the books that as MBA students you must read by Anand Nadkarni, and they are all are in Marathi. And in because I am a psychology person, I read psychiatry and psychology books a lot. So in that he says that there is a difference. There has to be a vacuum between two things: the action and the reaction. So somebody says something and I immediately react. So between, I have a brain, I have a capacity to think how this person has taken any action and how should be my reaction. How this person wants my reaction is altogether his cup of tea. How will be my reaction is my self-regulation. You want me to yell, you want me to cry, but I will not do that because it is affecting my peace of mind. So the key elements in self-regulation is that self-control. Okay, there are some impulsive reaction, Sometimes you feel like crying. I'm not saying that you should not, but in the corporate life, always remember your friends are outside your organizations. So have your own circle, have your own mentors. Whatever you want to express, go out and express. Keep your professional circle professional. Do not let emotions triggered by others impact your behavior within the organization, because it is going to affect your career. And take it as a life lesson from me, that self-control is very much important. People will do certain things just to get your reaction. They want you to react. And that time, your major strength is not to react. It is very, very important. Trustworthiness, all this is happening. How am I maintaining my integrity? How am I maintaining my character? How am I not allowing my circumstances make me get carried away? That I did not want to do that, but I did it because of the circumstances. Then where is my integrity? Where is my honesty? You know, in my organization, generally it happens a lot in corporate sector that people are dealing with the clients, the suppliers. There are chances that people will offer you something, will give you a bribe just to take, so that you will accept their quotation. In that way, maintain, you have to have a self-regulation. You can't say, no, everybody in my organization is taking bribe, so why shouldn't I? You should not, because it talks about your character, not about their character. Let them do whatever they want to. You do what you need to do. And adaptability, the flexibility in handling the change. Because whosoever cannot handle the change will vanish today or tomorrow. So, irrespective of whatever is happening around me, how can I adapt to change? How can I react to change without getting my mental peace affected is called as self-regulation. And the example I have given, now this is a diagram that is very important. You have to take your heart and brain together. Whenever you are taking any action, whenever you are taking any decision in life. So during a heated team discussion, when one member remains calm, listens actively, and responds constructively instead of retaliating emotionally. So maybe there's a meeting going on. Maybe you understand they are blaming you for something that you have not done, or maybe they are taking the credit of something that you have done. Now, in all the cases, if you take everything emotionally and rather than replying, if you react, rather than responding, if you react, then that means your self-regulation is very low. Just try and understand what people are trying to do with you. They are trying to spoil your emotional health. Will you allow them to? Have you given the keys of your heart and your brain to them? Are they the one operating you, or is it you who is operating yourself? That is very important. Okay. The same happens. How much ever is the frustrating the meeting is, how can you manage yourself? And there's a self-reflection activity. Type in the chat how you handle your anger or pressure. You can have this activity later also. You can write down right now that what generally happens whenever I get angry, how do I react? Does it affect my entire day? Does it affect my next action? Just a minute. So, whenever, just ignoring things, okay, this is so amazing. If you have reached this level wherein you actually ignore things when you are angry, this is the best thing to do. Because trust me, after 24 hours, you react very differently. If something happened right now, and if I have to react right now to the thing that has happened, my reaction will be different. Tomorrow, I will react absolutely in a different manner. I will check. Okay. In a different manner to whatever has happened. Okay, fine. I'm just checking the chat also. I just give smile and handle. Oh, that is so amazing. If you're doing this, I'm so proud of you. Keep doing it. That is the way to survive in the corporate. Okay. So don't let them spoil your peace of mind. That is the most important thing. And I'm loving the fact that you people are interacting with me. Right. Fine. So this is a self-regulation part. Then the third is the motivation. Again, extremely important. They say, I read a lot. So recently I was reading a book wherein they say you can't be motivated every day. So you have to be disciplined and don't look for the motivation outside. The motivation has to come from within. So every single day, what is my motivation? So today, even trust me, I am so occupied these days, like occupied like crazy. Taking this 1 hour today was a huge deal, like a really huge deal. When I was thinking, how am I going to manage 11 to 12 tomorrow, like on Saturday? Because there are a lot many students and other people and so many other commitments happening. Then I realized that it motivates me. Honestly, interacting with students, interacting with new students gives me that high. I feel so amazing. I feel so alive. So find your own motivation. Do not depend on them to motivate you. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is self-motivation. And trust me, guys, it is because I was working on this session last night and this morning. I could sleep for 3.5 hours last night. And I generally do not compromise with my sleep because I have migraine. So I can't do that. But yesterday I enjoyed doing this. And I'm like, fine, I'll be sharing it with new students. Maybe even though one or two of you get some benefit out of it, it will be a greatest motivation for me. So find your own motivation. Why are you doing whatever you are doing? A passion to work for reasons beyond money or status, a drive to pursue goals with energy and persistence. Why do I want to do that? Am I doing it only for money? Trust me, money is extremely important. I am not saying money is not important, but there comes a point that you seek something beyond money. If you get money, but every single day when you go to work, your soul is dying, you're feeling, what am I doing for getting this money? I'm not liking what I'm doing every single day. Why am I going to this place? Every single day, your soul is dying because your work is giving you money. It is not giving you enough motivation to go for the work. So if you are emotionally intelligent, try to find your own motivation. Why am I going? Why am I doing whatever I'm doing? They say if you know the why of any activity that you do, you can find out how. Once I know why am I doing it, I'll find out how to do it. But if my why is not clear in my mind, then I don't know how to get it done. Or maybe I won't be able to get it done. And the key elements are achievement drive. That maybe, and trust me, I'm not boasting, but I know how am I going to feel after this session. I know I'm so occupied, and if I still manage to get this 1 hour to interact with you today, the entire day will be full of energy because I had this interaction for this 1 hour. So you have to have your own drive for that. Commitment to the organizational goal, to your personal goal, to the social goal, to anything. If you are committed to something, it will give you a motivation to go to work every single day. And initiative and optimism. Try and take the opportunity and go beyond the obstacle every single day. Your own motivation that comes from you, from within you, is the only constant thing. If you find that my boss should motivate me, my professor should motivate me, my parents should motivate me, my partner should motivate me, or my kids should motivate me, no other external motivation is permanent. Maybe for one or the two incidences, you will get motivation from others, but it will fade away. Something that comes from within me is a constant source of motivation. And the example here is, do you know J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, the writer for Harry Potter? Her stories were rejected so many times, and she was in such a poor condition, extremely difficult life condition when she actually was writing the entire saga of Harry Potter. And she was rejected so many times. And now she is such a acclaimed writer worldwide. That is a motivation that I love storytelling. That is her major motivation. That when I imagine something, when I give the life to my characters, That is something that motivates me. So today, the reason behind me doing this session is when I interact with students, it gives me so much energy that I forget that I am occupied or I may have to work late hours this evening. I'm fine with that. So quick reflection. What motivates you on a tough day? If you can reply, give me a reply. If not, if if not, just write a answer in your own book that whenever there's a tough day, if there are normal days, na, every one of us are motivated. Everything is fine. But if at all there are tough days, the days when I do not see any amazing thing coming ahead of me, what is it that motivates me? That is very, very, very important. So think about it. Who do I go to? Do I have to go to someone to motivate me? Or do I have a personal level self-talk that gives me motivation? Or do I have the aim, a goal that motivates me, how much ever tough, how much ever bad my day is? So this is a reflection every one of us should make. Then, should I move ahead? Are you all with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Most important part. And trust me, this is so much needed in today's world, which is called as empathy. Am I empathetic enough? It is important to put myself first, but while doing that, am I not being kind enough, compassionate enough to the world around me? Now, this is a beautiful saying that I personally have loved. I tried to find it out and put it in the presentation today. When you show deep empathy towards others, their defensive energy goes down and positive energy replaces it. That's when you can get more creative in solving problems. So when you know that you have a problem and I am empathetic towards you, I understand you, I'm kind towards you, I'm compassionate, I'm not criticizing you, I'm not judging you. When you know that, your defense or your opposition to me goes down and your positive energy towards me comes up. Now, in that case, it becomes easy for me to deal with you, to solve any problem with you, to work with you in a team. So empathy is needed not only for the leaders, but for every one of us. It is the ability to understand the emotional makeup of other people and treat them accordingly to their emotional reactions. See, you all are adults, okay? And in a year or two, second year students in 6 months' time, you'll be entering the corporate. Please understand, every one of us, every single person on this earth is fighting a battle no one knows about. So be kind to everyone. You come across someone, you do not know their story. You do not know how did their day start? What did they do last night? How will be there tomorrow? What are the problems they are dealing with every single day? When you do not know, why not to become kind to others rather than being rude to people, being arrogant to them, being non-cooperative to them? So empathy plays an extremely important role, and empathy is something that ChatGPT cannot generate. ChatGPT can give you everything, cannot give you empathy. You need to have a human being to give you the empathy. And what are the key elements? Understanding other people's feeling and perspective. Maybe you are different than me. That does not mean you are bad. In Marathi, we say की तू माझ्यापेक्षा वेगळा आहेस, वाईट नाहीयेस. It's just that you are not like me. It doesn't mean you are a bad person. You are a different person than me. And different is not bad. Developing others, sensing their developmental needs. What can I do to help you? Somebody has raised the hand. If you have any concern, you can speak.
Hi, ma'am. I'm
Yeah, hi.
Snehal.
Yes, hi.
You were talking about empathy. I just recalled one thing about my professor, Mrunal Pandit, ma'am.
Okay.
So she used to keeping this keeping this term in our minds. So she just put one sentence in our head is that putting yourself in other shoes is what empathy is.
Exactly. If I have been your place, what I would have done, maybe I wouldn't have been able to do all the things that you are doing today. Maybe your war, your everyday battle is much difficult than what I can sense. So much amazing. This is the exact example of empathy. Thank you so much for sharing, Snehal.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, ma'am.
And last is leveraging the diversity, sensitivity to cultural and individual differences. As I was just mentioning, that we all are different. And to you, Generation Z, when you will enter the workforce today, there is a huge possibility that you will have to work with people from different cultures, not only the Indian cultures, but cultures those are non-Indians. Then in that way, do you just see people who are like you as nice people and people who are unlike you to be bad people? Recently, in last month, I have been to Vietnam for one of the collaboration of my institution. And trust me, Vietnam being the Asian country, I was like, okay, I mean, how much different will they be? Because they're Asian, we are Asian. Okay. They are very different than us. Like way different than us. The way they dress, the way they think, the culture is, the political influences are, the way they eat is so different. But what was the common thing? They were so disciplined, kind, extremely helpful, and compassionate. So I could be there for 8 long days only because people were empathetic. And at the end of the day, because it is a majorly non-vegetarian country and I'm a pure vegetarian. So for 6-7 days, I didn't have lunch. I could have only dinner. So it was very difficult on my body to take it, not to have food, especially when you have migraine. So it was very difficult. But if you ask me to describe my Vietnamese tour, I will say it was excellent because people were excellent. I can let go of the food. The inconvenience was minor. People were so good because they were so empathetic. Though they are diverse, we are diverse, they are diverse. They don't think, they don't eat the way we do, but they were extremely kind to me. Right? And if you have to give the empathy, managers noticing a teammate's stress and offering the help. So what do you do? You know, today, because if you people know IKS, Indian Knowledge System, and there are a lot many things, we all know that according to Indian understanding, we are into Kali Yuga. And in Kali Yuga, people use other people's wounds, their stress for their own advantage. So are you the one doing that? That your teammate, your friend, your spouse, your partner is going through something and you use it for your own advantage? Or are you the one who offer them the help and try to make things and life better for them? If you are doing it, if you are making the life better for them, then certainly you have a great empathy. And now the reflection. How would you respond if your teammate missed a deadline? You are working in a team, in the corporate or in your institution, and you realize that there was a deadline given to you, and one of your teammates who was supposed to do something has missed it. And you realize that he or she is having some personal problem in the family. He's dealing with that. What will you do? What will be your immediate reaction? Because it is going to affect your career, it is going to affect their career also. Now, what will be your first reaction? That shows whether you are empathetic or you are not empathetic. And trust me, do not say that nobody has been empathetic to me, so why should I be empathetic to others? We need good people in this world. So let us start from ourselves so that somebody will have a good person and then they will be good person to someone else. Let us start this good loop from us. Because my parents had not been good to me, I will not be good to my kids, or my professor had not good to me, so why should I be good to someone else? Don't be that. Be the good person first. Then there will be more good people in life, right? And the last element is the social skills. How much ever introvert you are, how much ever you feel like avoiding people, and due to this world wherein I can hardly see you, you can only see me, we can't interact in person, our social skills are eroding actually. they are getting shrink. But trust me, emotions are contagious. And not only leaders, but everybody must manage the tone. They're contagious. You mirror me, I mirror you. The way you treat me is the way my response is. So let us have good social skills so that not only in the professional life, even in the personal life, we can build good networks, we can manage good relationship, and we can build better rapport with the other people. It is extremely important to have social skills, especially for you people who are MBA students and going to be the future managers. You can't skip having the good social skills. And what are the key elements? The ability to influence, not on social media, but in reality. Maybe on social media, you're amazing to someone. And when you actually meet, you are disgusting. People can't bear with you. That should not happen. In real life, you should be much amazing than what you are on the social media. How your communication is? Do you have the leadership skills? At the same time, can you be a good team player? Or otherwise, sometimes people feel leadership means I being the boss and I bullying everyone else. But what happens if somebody else is a boss? It is also equally important that I be a very, very good team player. At times, I am a leader. So am I good in both the roles? That is also important. How do I manage the conflict? See, it is very important to understand that we have siblings at home and we have same parents. Still, on many elements, on many aspects, we are not like our siblings and we fight. Does that mean we hate? So in the same way, in the organization, in the college, in my team, there will be people who are not going well with me. That does not mean they're just not my friend. That doesn't mean they're my enemies. She or he is not like me. There are disagreements, but disagreements are there everywhere. So conflict management is very important. And how do I collaborate and cooperate? Because in today's in Vietnam, I had been to Indian Chamber of Commerce Vietnam. Okay, and we were there just to understand how they can help our students go to Vietnam and see the industries and do the things, do the projects there. So that was my major purpose of that visit. So that time he was saying that Indians are low on collaboration, whereas the entire world is working on collaboration. So I have some good part, you have some good part. Let us come together and work on being the best of ourselves. So that comes only with the social skill, and it is a part of the emotional intelligence. Okay. Now, with this, we have discussed all the 5 elements of emotional intelligence. And now comes, and this is the example that I have given that I just have discussed with you. And how emotionally intelligent you are. That is a major part of my entire session today. Let us check. Are you emotionally intelligent? What are the areas on which you are still not up to the mark and maybe you will have to improve? And what are the areas in which you are really good and you have to maintain that good part? So are you ready to take a test? Everyone? You can chat. Should we start a test? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. It will take 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So I have given the instruction in the scale as well. There will be 5 options for each question. And one more thing I need to tell you that I have asked for your name only so that I can later share your score with your coordinators and they will share your score with you. That is the only reason why I asked for your name. Otherwise, I had no intention to invade your privacy. And the only thing that I can share whosoever score is there, so they can share it with you later. Fine. So test your EI, and this is a code. If you can scan, just let me know if you are able to scan this code because there's a test. Aniket sir, you also try if at all it is working, and please let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, it's working.
Yeah, please. Sir, it is not compulsory for you. It is just for.
Okay, okay.
And students, you start doing it. It will take 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we'll continue the last slide. And once you submit, now please let me know. I'm not going out of this window just to check, but once you submit, let me know. See, if you are not able to submit the feedback because of any reason, I will share the new link again with sir and he will get it done by you. Sakshi, if you have any problem now, I will share the new link, okay? I tried it with couple of other platforms also, but they had the limitation. But don't worry, I will get it done by you. Once you submit, now just let me know if you are submitted so that I can start. Done, everyone? Okay, perfect. So we'll just see the last slide and then we'll wind up the session. Sir, should I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is the scale I have given, so that if at all anybody miss. I'll share this result, don't worry. And this is the most important part that we are going to discuss. Fine, we had understood that these are the 5 elements of EI. We also have given the test. I will be sharing the results with you now. So I'll share it with sir, share it with you. So that is okay, that we have understood. But how do we grow the emotional intelligence if this is that important? So if at all you want to improve the self-awareness, what should be the important focus? Recognize your feeling. In self-awareness, we try to understand your feeling, right? So try to write down one strong emotion per day. At the end of the day, have a journal. Don't write much. Just at the end of the day, in the journal, write down what was my strongest emotion in a day. It can be boredom, it can be frustration, it can be helplessness, it can be hopelessness, it can be happiness, it can be excitement, nervousness, anxiety, jealousy. We don't recognize the feeling. Sometimes we get jealous, but we do not acknowledge that, yes, I was jealous. Somebody presented so well, and I felt, I wish I was that good a presenter, and I'm not. So I felt so jealous of that person. Recognize that. You don't need to share it with anyone, but at least with yourself, try and be 100% honest. And every single day, make a journal that, okay, this was my strongest feeling. And if the feeling is not positive, how am I going to work on it? If the feeling is positive, if the feeling is negative, I need to work to change. And if it is positive, I need to work on it so that it will sustain. But every single day, try to find out at least one feeling. If you can find out all of them, nothing like that. But to start with, at least one strong feeling. That is the way you can improve your self-awareness. Once your self-awareness gets improved, then the second will be self-regulation. Okay, so my strongest feeling of the day was anger. I attended 2 meetings and I was so angry with all the unorganized people and all the people who are doing nothing and taking the credit of other people's work. And I feel like I should be upfront and insult the person who is taking my credit. Pause before reacting. I felt like doing something. I did not do that. Because it is not creating any positive repercussion. It is going to affect my mental peace, my relationship with the person, my image in the organization. And will it have any positive impact on the person? The answer is no. If no, before I react, I pause. So action and reaction, there has to be a thinking process. It may not happen immediately tomorrow, but with efforts and with time, once you realize na ki okay, me impulsively react hote, then it becomes easy for you to control that impulse. Okay, I feel like immediately responding to someone, but I take a minute, maybe 1 to 60. I count, and then I realize, okay, I need not react. So do that every single day. To motivation, because you want to build the inner motivation, you have to build the inner drive. Set a small goal every single day on a daily basis. There's a beautiful book which is called as Atomic Habit. So in the book Atomic Habit, they say you need not build a huge habit that I am somebody who is not into exercise at all, and from tomorrow I will walk 10,000 steps a day. It is not going to happen. And if it will not happen tomorrow, you will be demotivated. So rather than that, start with 500 steps. So I'll get up tomorrow and half kilometer I will walk, 500 steps I'll walk. Maybe I will increase it in the next week to 1,000 steps. After a month, I will come to 5,000 steps. In 2, 3, 4 months time, I'll come to 10,000 steps. So set a small goal, because once you achieve a small goal, it gives you a lot of motivation to go to a big goal. So do not start with a big goal. Start with a small goal, and trust me, small aim is not a crime. Small aim is a motivator. Have a small aim for yourself. Empathy, understand others. Listen to someone without judgment. You know what? The kind of people that people like are the one who listen to them without being judgmental. I have worked with State Reserve Police Force for 6-7 years. And all these people are, firstly, they are elder to me. Second, they are in the job that is extremely risky. I was always thinking, ki, how much ever they pay me, I will never be in this job because it is life threatening. But when I used to be there, I was their trainer. I was not a counselor, okay, that time. But everybody, I mean, for every batch of mine, every batch was 50 new candidates, okay. So at least 2-3 people used to come to me and share the entire life story. And I used to do the counseling for free. Every single day, I used to spend 2 hours for counseling. And then I realized that these people are aware that I am younger. They have seen life more than me. I am new to them. I'm not from their field. They may not see me ever in my life or their life. Then why are they sharing the stories? Because I was not judgmental towards them. People like people who are not judging, because the rest of the world is judgmental. So whenever you deal with them or deal with anyone, please don't judge people, accept them as they are. And the last is the social skills, that you have to build rapport. Okay. You know what is a human nature? When you dislike something about someone, when something is creating inconvenience for you, or you are not okay with something, you become vocal about it. हे नाही आवडलं, हे छान नाही झालं, हे असं करायला हवं होतं. You are very vocal about it. But if you like something, you're like, ha, ठीक आहे ना, आहे चांगलं. Then why are you not vocal about something that you like? About something that created a comfort for you? About something that somebody has done to make you feel comfortable? If something is likable, why are you not vocal about it? The way you are vocal about something you are not comfortable with. It happens with everyone in the home, with your mother. If if a dish she has made is not up to the mark, you feel ki, like telling the person ki हे छान नाही झालं, ह्याच्यात हे कमी आहे. But if the dish is up to the mark, do you really go and say ki it was so delicious, I so have enjoyed the food today? We don't do that. If you for a moment you feel ki अरे किती मस्त ड्रेस घातलाय, be vocal and tell the person की हे खूप मस्त आहे. Because जेव्हा ते मस्त नसतं, you become immediately vocal about it. Appreciate one person genuinely, without any hidden agenda, without being manipulative, just for the person they are. You know, this morning when I was coming to college, I have seen the Activa in ice green color. Okay. And I have seen that Activa, I guess it is a new color that has come up in Activa, and it was looking beautiful, a general bike. And there was this young boy who must be 22, 23 years. And he was here for some work on the campus and not from the campus. And he was going out from the gate, and I saw it. So I just stopped by him and I told him that the bike color is beautiful and I really like the bike. It was just that I was saying it personally for the very first time. Trust me, he became so happy and he told me that that is the first bike he has purchased from his own income. And I had no idea. I don't even know his name even today. I had no idea who he was. It's just that I like the color, so I stopped by and say की गाडी छान आहे. म्हणलं हो, म्हणलं कलर मस्त दिसतोय खूप. म्हणे की मॅडम ही मी माझ्या कमाईतनं घेतली. Really? I was getting late, so I just said congratulations and I went ahead. But do you understand that it must have made his day, that something that he has taken from his own income, and then it must have improved his motivation, boost his confidence level. So do it without knowing, without any agenda. That person is not going to help me. He is not my boss's son. He is nobody. I don't even know him. But if you appreciate people, that appreciation will come back to you. And that is a way we can really improve our emotional intelligence. Fine. So with this, thank you so much for being such a wonderful and interactive and patience audience with me. I really thoroughly have enjoyed interacting with you. And thank you, Aniket sir. Thank you, Anand sir. Thank you very much for having me. Should I stop
Yeah.
sharing, Aniket sir?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable session. So, dear Dr. Poonam Vatharkar, on behalf of Matrix School of Management Studies, I extend our heartfelt gratitude for taking the time to conduct an insightful and engaging session on emotional intelligence. We truly appreciate your effort in sharing your valuable insights and experiences. Your interactive approach and thought-provoking discussion have sparked curiosity and motivated many to think more concisely about emotional growth and leadership effectiveness. We look forward to your continued association and hope to collaborate with you again in future academic endeavors.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I will share the results with you
Okay.
later. You can share it with students.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. All the students, I will share the results for sure. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
And
you.
wish you a great future. Good day.
Good day, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
Student,
Should I leave the
everyone
meeting?
please. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Everyone please give feedback. It's a mandatory for your attendance. After we giving feedback, then let to leave the meeting. Okay.